Good morning, good morning. Thanks for joining up on the stream. Let's go. Let's have a great day. Oscar coming in with the wakey wakey. I like it, Oscar. Hey, a little bit busy today. Got some stuff going on in the background, but everything's all good for the most part. Hope you guys are having a great morning. I'm glad you guys like the music. Speaking of that, let's turn that down a little bit. I know you like it, but we got to turn it down. How about this market, though, guys? What are you guys feeling about this? New all-time highs out of the SPY, out of the S&P. Got NVIDIA running up, too. Let's go. Oh, I did want to check something, guys, with Vail really quick. Somebody just reminded me. Why is Vail not on here yet? Okay. Let me do a quick update. Yeah, I did have to look though. That was a crazy one on Vail, guys. Let me show you this. I'll pop it out and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here really quick. This is how you see if the big money is still in a play or not. This might help quite a bit of people here on the stream. I know that this is a pretty big deal for many of you. You're always looking for if the big money's in or not, right? So this is how you tell. If you're looking at the Thinkorswim chart and you have the open interest plotted there at the bottom and the volume, you can actually see right there where the big money entered. You can see that big volume bar come in, and then you can see another big volume bar on the right. And notice how the open interest fell from yesterday into today. So open interest will only update once a day. So yesterday we saw all that volume come in, and we had to sit there and we were like, well, hey, are they starting to sell? Are they not? What's going on? But the OI did start to fall today, and that actually gives us confirmation that they are closing some of that position, because you can see how the open interest was like 56,000, 57,000. Now it's all the way down to like 32,000, right? So like 20,000 contracts came off the market there, essentially on Vail. So it's pretty interesting, but that's how you look at the big money plays and you see like, hey, are they exiting now? What's going on? Are they still in? You know, there's a lot that the OI will just stay high the whole time until expiration, right? They might either get assigned shares or close it right at the end or something. But yeah, that's how you look for this. Stuart says, what is open interest? Open interest is essentially how many contracts are on that specific strike. So like, let's say that today, let's just say that the stock has 0 open interest. And let's say that you see volume and there's 20,000. You see like a 20,000 volume hit here. And then you see OI sitting at 20,000. That essentially showing you that there's like 20,000 contracts being held out there on the market. Is essentially what that's saying. But that's how you do that with the big money. It's interesting to see Vail coming down too. This is a really good example of how they're starting to exit. But I will say that Vail big money play, it didn't go the best, you know, whenever you look at it in the longer term. I don't know if they shorted it and now they're exiting up in the green on those contracts, or if they ended up taking a big L, but I would assume that they probably shorted Vail, unfortunately. Let's go to the daily chart of it real quick. We're looking at the 13 strike calls called out on May 21st, which was like directly at the top. And they did the 13 strikes, which was weird. It was at the money. I mean, it didn't seem right. The only thing I could see is that there was major resistance there, right around 13. So maybe they were looking for like resistance touches and you know, letting it go back down, or these were just simply covered calls, and then they didn't have to really give a shit, you know? If it's covered calls, like let's say that you're selling Vail and you hold shares. If you want to sell it at $13 today, like let's say it was at 13, like if you wanted to sell it there, you could just sell the stock, right? Or you could just sell covered calls at 13, and like let's say it happens to go up, then you'll make the premium on those at least too as you sell. As a non-regular here, who is the big money? Just a term for whales or a specific person you follow? Yeah, Christian, it's essentially whenever you do analysis on the flow of options, we'll say, you can see a lot of times where like there might be a big money play come in, right? Or like a sweep, right? There might be like sweep orders and all types of stuff that happens, and essentially you're just looking for big positions on these stocks or position or options, of course. Like for example, you might see like let's say JD, right? Like you might see somebody buy 670K of the JD 31 strike calls, and you might see like on a 1 minute chart, like all that volume hit it like one time. So it gets a little hard to find, but there's a lot of bots and websites and stuff out there that look for the bigger moves like that. So you don't have to necessarily sit there and just eye everything up. You know, there are like websites, and even in Discord, if you're in the premium Discord, you know, we have like the golden sweeps, for example, the unusual options sweeps as well. Those are interesting. The golden sweeps are pretty good. Usually always some pretty crazy positions. Like this morning, there was like a... Let's see, what are they showing here? How much money is on this thing? So it's $1.7 million on this position, and it's the 1,350 strike calls on NVIDIA, right? It says sentiment bearish, so it looks like they're trying to maybe short those calls on that one. But it's hard to read, you know, it'll take you some time to figure out exactly how to read those flows and stuff, but nonetheless, it's just a big order that's out there. It might be a whale, it might be an institution buying, it might just be somebody who's smart, or somebody stupid with a lot of money. You never know. Sometimes the big money plays end up getting wrecked, but not all big money plays work the same. We had one recently with Neo. We were talking about this a bit in the Discord this morning. Neo had a couple big money plays. One for the 7 strike call. Called out on December 8th of 2023. We go back to December 8th. It was called out right at the bottom. Ended up having a really nice explosion there. There was another one with the 9 strike calls called out on November 2nd, which was like right here. That one wasn't as good, but on the secondary pop still ended up doing pretty hot. We actually held that play, and it was a failed big money play. Some people argue it might have worked, and, you know, it did move up a little bit, but at least on the 9 strike call, the big money kept holding. So if you were truly following the big money, then it didn't work. But if you modified it a bit, then it might have worked for you. Only vampires with 100 million. I feel that. Hey, thanks, Cornish. Things mortals couldn't do. Oh, yes, you could, Christian. Yes, you could. You guys got this. My veils are for August. I think exiting still depends, Randy said. Yeah, it's tough. Veil is a tough one, right? It's been moving down pretty harshly since the call out. I really doubt if you bought this one the day that the play came out, I doubt you're gonna end up coming back on this one. Alright, I gotta switch this song here. This thing's getting me epilepsy or something. It's like cutting in and out. Here we go. I did not like the editing on that one. What if gold goes crazy? Randy, if gold goes crazy, I'll go crazy, because that would be pretty cool. See gold have a nice move. Barrick gold. It's been dipping. It's down around support, like around $16.20 to $16. Not bad. Yeah, Tangy Man goes, I get rich. I love that, Tangy. Yeah, if gold goes crazy, I get rich. Yes, I believe that Vale is a gold mining company, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it looks like they mine a lot of stuff. Iron, nickel, copper, magnesium. Maybe it's not gold specifically. Vale is the largest producer of iron ore and nickel in the world. So it was metals, I guess. Metals producer, metals miner. It said in 2023, Vale produced 125,000 troy ounces of platinum, 410,000 troy ounces of gold, 149,000 troy ounces of palladium. I think that's how you say that. Yeah, either way, though, that's nuts. Another surge bot from Hood. That is interesting, isn't it? Just realize that is a premium only play though, Demir. Definitely popping off today though. HOOD breaking out. I'm like way under the call out price. I'm gonna watch Vale still. Yeah, I feel you, Randy. Vale also frequently sets the lower limit for the uranium spot price. I did not know that, Tangy. Interesting. Hey, what's up, Jeanette? You guys see any crazy movements out there or any crazy stocks, let me know. But I'm going to get back into NVIDIA and some of those other crazy stocks here this morning. I know that right off the bat, we got into the big money play. So I'll just get back into the overall market here. Looking at the SPY, new all-time highs are being achieved as we speak as it breaks that high of this morning and after hours from yesterday. Pretty much double topped right around 530, 520. So it's pretty awesome to see it breaking out there. Definitely happy to see that. Yeah, let's go, SPY. That's awesome. That is awesome. Demir says, I really want to short SPY really badly. Sounds like you really want to short it, Demir. You used two reallys there, so really, really badly, I guess. I'm with you, Demir. I mean, I definitely feel like that the market's pretty overextended. It's just important to understand that, like, when the market does go on, like, a true, like, breakout type of run, I mean, the breakouts can be pretty strong for quite a long time, you know? So I'm not saying that we're nearing the exact top yet, but I would say that we're, like, getting closer to the top than we are back down to, like, 470, for example. But, yes, I'm definitely with you, Demir. It's just, in the short term, you know, why go against the momentum, right? I want to see some stuff truly happen to make me see some true downtrend. You know, you could always play the market down for a few days, like on these pullbacks on the way up, which can be really fun too. Sometimes I like playing the pullbacks better than I even like playing the uptrend, but obviously don't go against this type of trend though. Tangy said uranium is effectively a byproduct for Vale. Lower quality ore. They just dump it on whoever will buy it. Almost yearly causes the spot price to dip. Yeah, that sucks, Tangy. I guess that sucks for uranium traders, not for Vale though. Because they're just dumping their crap product, it sounds like. PayPal looking good. Let's see, PYPL. All right, not bad. That is some good momentum here. Breaking resistance around 65.50. Yeah, I've never been a big uranium player myself. But hey, if you're here this morning, make sure you click that like button. Let's actually get these likes up. I need like 40 likes today or else YouTube's going to be pissed at me. Seriously though, get them out there. Get those likes going.
How dare you?
If you don't, I'm going to get Greta on you.
All right, all right, all right.
Palantir, Ricky said, PLTR 2350. Wow, that's a pretty good move today. Palantir's pretty nuts. I love the way my watch list looks. Hood, PayPal, CRM, Uber, UAL, CCJ, Square. How's Penn Gaming today? Nice, coming back a little bit. UAL doesn't look bad either. What about CCL? Yeah. Look at Carnival Cruise Lines. There's actually a triple or almost quadruple top from the past couple days. Right around the $17, $17.05 mark. It'd be nice to see a move there. I know, right, Randy? Man, I wish that YouTube was set up in such a way that I didn't have to. I wish it was, trust me. We got the e-bagging in full force tonight. Or today. My 29 Palantir calls for 20th of September 24 just turned green. Beautiful, Tangi. Beautiful there. Love to hear that. I know, Randy. Everybody always says that. The e-bagging. Hey, appreciate you, Jameer. Rooting on Tangi there. Back in the green. Anyone out here buying up NVIDIA today? NVDA? Man, resistance right around 1150. That's brutal. On NVIDIA. That was such a good breakout yesterday. To run up above 1200. That was amazing. I'm definitely going to be watching 1150 as support now to the downside. And then also $1,200. But it is definitely turning around pretty hard. I do not want to see NVIDIA have these types of red candles coming in after what we had yesterday. I mean, that's brutal now. Randy goes, I'm e-bagging for you now. I appreciate it, Randy. Now I don't have to do it. Now there's like 18 though. It must be like lagging for you, but you know, we got like 12 more. We'll be fairly happy, but if we get up to 40, we'll be ecstatic, I guess. Bought the NVIDIA calls for July 19th, Jeanette said. Yeah, this sell-off's getting pretty decent, Demure. It's like in the midpoint of yesterday. Still above 1200 though, which is good. Let's actually check out the book map. I would bet that 1200 has a lot of buyer stack there. Bet it up. Boyle's on the run. Uh-oh. Yeah, 1200 might act as pretty good support. That's where the most buyers have been stacked up so far today. At least after the opening move. There are like 37,000 shares there, for example. Go back to SPY. Still sitting really close to the highs here. I just might short it, Demir said. Is that in the paper account, Demir? Just make sure that whatever you do in the paper account, you would do it just like you were in your real account. Because you don't want to be, you know, making plays just because it's a paper account or something. Okay, I feel you. Damn, that sucks. Let's go look at Tesla real quick. They're pretty brutal today as well, selling down pretty hard. They broke under 174. The low of yesterday is all the way down around like 172. It'd be nice to see a test of that at least. That was a pretty wild move today, though. Like, at open, it actually exploded. Got up to 177, and then now it's down to 173. Pretty weird there. Yeah, Nvidia's still falling, though. Still with the red candles coming on. Not good, not good. Definitely not. Well, lesson learned: when something exploded in the stock, that's the best time to short it, Demir said. Sometimes, I mean, look at how much Nvidia's keeps going up, though. It's like, oh, shit. Like, when's it ever going to slow down, right? I feel you, though. I know what you mean. I will say that usually it's at the times of peak euphoria where you're looking for those reversals to happen. GME is on fire again? No way. Whoa, it really is. GameStop up 7%, back to $34. Trying to come back. Yeah, Roaring Kitty's making some serious money, that's for sure. Damn, Adventure. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. I know that the position's pretty crazy that they have. Whoa, Ryan said Roaring Kitty updated his YouTube? Interesting. You do gotta think it's pretty funny, though, how this Roaring Kitty guy just, how he goes silent for like 2 or 3 years and then comes out of the woodworks out of nowhere. It's like, yeah. It's like, great for you, man. You know how to ride the wave, huh? It's funny. $463.15 on the QQQ. It's sitting right around support. Might start breaking down again, and it actually just broke it. Switching back to the SPY, it's also seeing a bit of selling pressure. A move under 534.70 would be pretty nice. That's a decent support here intraday on the SPY for an opportunity down. CHWI, Sean said. Oh, that's interesting, Ryan. Demir goes, what'd they do this time? Chewy popping off. There we go, Sean. 2%. Hell yeah, breaking above the high of this week. Love that move since earnings with Chewy. That's a pretty good move back here. Chewy had a move like this in the past. Ended up getting all the way back up to $25 in the short term. If it popped another $2 up to there here, I'd be so happy. Jeanette said Nvidia should reverse here. Are you looking for it to, like, get up off the dip? Yeah, it's sitting right around 1,200 right now. It actually broke 1,200 momentarily. Yeah, hopefully not, Demir. You know what, though? I actually forgot to grab a water today, guys. I will be right back in about, I don't know, 60 seconds or so. I'm going to go grab a quick water. Don't go anywhere. And hey, hit that like. We're only at 18 likes, guys. That's nowhere close to 40. Come on, smash that button up. All right, I am back. I thought the person didn't have a choice about remaining silent, and up to the day he was silent about till his time of silence was up. I am not sure about that, Xbox. You mean like there was like some court order or something along those lines that like kept him from speaking? You mean, Xbox? I didn't know that, but maybe that is the case. Oh, okay. Huh. I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to look into that situation more then after the stream. I don't pay too much attention because I just don't really care about GameStop myself. But I know everybody else does, so. I'll say this, whenever you look at the GameStop downtrend, it was pretty weird the way that Roaring Kitty came back, because look at how consistent this trend was on GameStop. It was pretty crazy. It was a fairly consistent trend there on the way down. And, it's very weird that he came in, like, literally right as that trend was breaking. That's where Roaring Kitty started coming back to life. It was so weird. Right as the trend broke. Almost like he was just waiting for it. You guys are awesome, though. Thanks for being here today. And, of course, leaving us on in the background and stuff like that from the lurkers. Appreciate you out there. Let's see the big news of the day here so far on CNBC. Any new headlines hitting us? U.S. regulators to open antitrust probes into NVIDIA, Microsoft, and OpenAI. Oh, shit. Oh, no, guys. That is not good. Whoa. This ain't good here. That's for sure. That's some pretty bad news to hear, guys. I can't believe I just read this. The FTC will take a lead on looking into Microsoft and OpenAI, while the DOJ will focus on NVIDIA, and the investigations will focus on the company's conduct rather than mergers and acquisitions, according to the source. The hell? They're examining the powerful company's influence on the artificial intelligence industry. What? How is that bad? Anytime a company gets an investigation news like that, that is not good. That is not a good sign, usually. Not one bit. News of the antitrust investigation comes days after a group of current and former OpenAI employees published an open letter Tuesday describing concerns about the AI industry's rapid advancement despite a lack of oversight and an absence of whistleblower protections for those who wish to speak up. It's definitely not good. I just don't know how you could punish these companies for anything. I mean, yeah, I can't wait to hear more information about this one. What do you guys think? I'm gonna make a poll. But that's, I think that's why we saw such a steep drop-off here. Damn. Yeah, exactly, Sean. That's kind of my thoughts. They might be trying to manipulate it themselves by doing the antitrust thing. They literally could be. Imagine, like, Powell gets them all in the back room and he's like, hey, guys, we need to slow this down. He's like, if we don't slow this down, we're going to have some problems. That's funny. Yeah, Demir says, what a time to be a traitor, my ass. I feel you there. Hey, how was I supposed to know they were going to do this? Unless I was Nancy Pelosi. It'd be funny as hell if something happened where Pelosi sold her shares. That would be pretty funny. Nancy Pelosi files in a few days and says, yeah, I sold my NVIDIA position, and it comes out that it was like a day before the antitrust suit. That would be so funny. Or besides before the probe, not the suit. Sorry. I think Palantir's in the clear choice of winners again. PLTR? Yeah, it's not bad. Had a good move this morning. Have you guys been able to hear the baby in the background at all today? My girlfriend's home with me today with the baby, so you may have heard her or not. Not sure. What, baby? Get out of here, Demir. No, I'm just kidding. Not over my own crying. I feel you there, Steven. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm surprised you guys couldn't hear her. Let's go look at KO. I've been watching Coca-Cola the past couple days, and today they finally had a pretty good breakout. Yesterday, unfortunately, they failed down, but... yeah, she's calm, Demure. She's just in the background making little baby sounds, you know, like trying to talk, I guess, so to say. Unlike my neighbor's kid. That must suck, Demure. Oh, multiple kids. Jeanette said, my kiddo's up too early. Christian blasted the Nvidia dip so hard, was down 15K, now up 10K. Damn, Christian, nice. I'm glad it came back for you. Yeah, I think that was actually pretty smart, firing the dip around like 1200. I know it went down a little bit more, but man, nice job, Christian. I actually really like that opportunity. I couldn't believe 1200 broke that easily, though. The FDA recalled soda. What? Yeah, that's really nice, though. That's awesome. Now Christian's in the driver's seat again. Yeah, let's find a... They did stuff with soda? I gotta see this. Oh my god. Soda company recalls soda across the U.S. for dyes that contain cancer. What? The New York Post. I don't think that this is like a real, like... yeah, I don't think that that's very... I guess, well, what's the word I'm trying to say? It's not, like, connected to the market, I guess, too much, is it? Does this soda company have a stock? No, they don't. I thought for a minute you were going to tell me it was like Coca-Cola or Pepsi or something. Yeah, that's awesome, though, Steven. Thanks for throwing it out there, though. Definitely not bad. That could have brought my portfolio back to the green. Like on the year, you mean? Or something, Demir? Some dude scammer just called me. I've been hearing their name and they're from CVS Pharmacy. Wow, that sucks, Xbox. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the scammers lately, but I've been getting a lot of weird stuff too, as you guys know. Bring up the watch list here today. CRM's leading the way now. Nice. Salesforce really coming back up since their earnings. They just broke out above a key resistance today around 240. That was a good initial break. We'll have to keep our eyes on this, see if it can go on a secondary run or not. Ah, I see Demir. Yeah, I would have brought him back from the past 3 months. That'd be nice. The guy said okay and hung up. What? All right, SM bot. Look for that momentum. Meta calls on the bot right now. Wow, I see why. Meta just broke $500 again. Damn. What a good move, Meta. I love that setup on the daily. That was looking so good earlier in the week. I love that one. Damn, SurgeBot, you could have called out Meta. Man, what is up with SMCI today, though? It's a pretty bad move there. It'd be really nice to see this base start to give out that's forming. Looks like it might. Probably the news you shown, yeah. Yeah, it's probably just following the others down off that. I didn't see them mention SMCI in there, but... I know that, of course, these chip stocks will move with NVIDIA. Overall, I'm not seeing much macro trend in either direction. Yeah, right now, Randy, I don't see anything too crazy. It's starting to consolidate a lot here today. All right. I mean, on the weeklies, maybe Tesla is at the bottom of the channel. Let's go look at Tessie on the weekly. It's getting so close here. That retest of 200 here recently was really nice, though. It would have been better to have a clear breakout, but I'm still watching the mother of all trend lines on Tesla. Just keep watching Tesla over the next couple years. Don't worry. I'll keep showing it on the live, too. If it starts to trend down towards the bottom of this and starts to break, that's where I think Tesla will start to get that good momentum coming back. And you know what? With everything that Elon's doing, trying to get stuff for the future together and, you know, trying to really, like, increase profitability over the long term, once all these factories get up to speed and everything in a couple years, it might be a lot better for Tesla. Plus, they'll be coming out with those cheaper cars and stuff. I think it'll just take a little while. People never want to be patient, but like when you look at a chart like this, I mean, we're looking at like literally like 5 years worth of data in this circle. Right here on the chart would be the beginning of 25, so maybe sometime around then or the middle of 2025. If you're gonna follow the channel. Lots of buyers stacked up at 1190 on Nvidia. Demir's saying. Let's check it. Yeah, they are. Got 20,000 shares stacked up there. 1185 and 1180. Very interesting today on these. Tesla was doing a lot of lows in the 172, 173 the past 2 weeks. Yeah, it's been pretty interesting to watch the price action on Tesla. Forgot about an early webinar I have to attend. Sounds good, Jeanette. See you later. Hopefully I see you tomorrow morning as well. Awesome. Forgot about the early webinar. It looks like I won't be able to enter on a limit order. The market's going too fast. Sometimes that's how it is. Try to work those limits in a smart way, though. Don't totally just go market if the spreads are wide or anything. Makes me wonder how Manny can get in so fast. Yeah, Manny probably just knows how to work the limits a little bit better. Unless he just market orders in. If you are trading SPY, you can market order in fairly well. Manny does a lot with SPY, so... But I know what you mean with it moving too fast. One thing that you could do is you could try to, like, guess, like, where it's going and, like, just throw the limit, like, slightly above or something. That way you're not getting too screwed over.
As a result of the outbreak, your city or entire region may be endangered by a lethal agent. If conditions at your location make this a possibility, you need to consider staying
Uh-oh.
in place until the prime minister
Now you guys hear I know you heard her this time. Oh, you didn't hear anything. I saw it on my streaming platform. It showed the mic picked up the input, but maybe you guys just didn't hear it because of the music. I was too busy playing with my bolt gun. I know what you mean, Demir. Those are fun to play with, aren't they? QQQ is actually starting to come up off this little dip that it had here. The dip buyers are going to be happy if this ends up being a better recovery. Looks like Nvidia is holding around 1200, trying to bounce back up as well. Pretty close. Resistance around 1220 on the book map here with Nvidia. SM bot starting to heat up a little bit more again. Apple calls coming on the bot. There we go. That's some good calls. We got Tesla puts. I was playing with my bolt gun too, Tangy said. Tangy's bolt gun is calls on uranium. Tesla sitting right around support at 173. The SM bot is calling out puts on Tessie here. If this support starts to give out, it could be pretty good for Tesla to the downside. It's trying to hold here though. Thanks for sharing the questions on the live Q&A, gents. Please share this with Mike. They have a buy one, get one for $1 at McDonald's. Appreciate you, Savage. For anyone who doesn't know, Savage is I Am Serve from the Discord, so you've been a badass, Serve. You have been badass over the past couple weeks. Appreciate you. Love those questions last night. I had some fun in the chat with you there. That was funny, man. You had me cracking up. By the way, I was just kidding about the weed things that you were saying. I don't. Well, I didn't know you didn't do it, but you know, it's not a big deal, right? That was funny, man. I was like, holy crap, Serve is on one last night. What does Bookmap say about the Tesla support? Yeah, let's look at it. Tessie, yeah. 172.50 and 173 have been pretty big on Tesla. 173 actually got wiped out, but 172.50 did not. Yeah, so 173, 172.50, kind of like right where it's stuck here. So it makes sense that we're seeing some buyers there. Semtech. What, Demir? I am confused. Their earnings were yesterday. Do they like make pickles or something? What? No, they're semiconductors, but I'm like, what happened? The pickles are what got me confused, Amir. I'm like, what? We'd end up just being the Canadian military at that point. That's funny, Savage. FCX bookmap when you get a chance, for sure. FCX. All right, let it load up. Oh, you're not kidding, huh, Demir? Wow. A guy named Mr. Pickle. That is, gotta be one of the weirdest names that I've ever heard from someone that runs a company like that. Never knew that. All right, here's what we're looking at on FCX on the book map. Nothing too crazy in the short term here, but whenever you zoom out a little bit, like 55 is pretty big, 57, 40, stuff like that. Tangy had a cat named Mr. Pickles, and he was cool AF. That's not a bad name for a cat. Let's go, though, Savage. You're always so awesome on the chats, man. Appreciate you joining up. Oh, by the way, how you mentioned, please share this with Mike. It's more of Mike sharing it with me. It's really how it goes with this, with the revenue from this. It all just goes to the company, so not really like a... Yeah, it all goes to the company rather than me, but... I might have to dabble into it for the shoe fun, though, low-key. Aaron says, go, daddy. Oh, man. Cop those sweet DJT gold shoes. Speaking of DJT, how's the stock? Not bad. You know, I still don't know what kind of shoes I'm getting. The sole's not all the way off, but it's almost there. $56 resistance on DJT. It's at the bottom of the range recently, right around 45, and it's actually starting to bounce up pretty good on these couple green candles, but it's nothing too convincing here for me. This could easily just be like a little dead cat bounce before support gives out, so I'm not seeing anything too conclusive yet with DJT, but figured I'd look at it since we talked about those there. Some ankle boots. Perfect for the summertime, Demir. By the way, my company closed a projected $60K a month royalty deal yesterday. The big deal I've been grinding out for the past 6 months. Party time. Damn, Tangy, there you go. $60K per month royalty deal. Hell yeah, Tangy. I gotta give Tangy some dubs in the chat for that one, guys. Throw those dubs out there, congrats, or whatever you got for him. That's pretty awesome. Working on it for 6 months, got it done. Hell yeah, Tangy. Nice job sticking with it and getting the job done. Palantir, 20 strike call, 719, 285 profit. Nice, Savage. Getting some Palantir calls going. Beautiful. Yeah, Palantir had a decent move today. The funny part is it's not even up to the average move that it has, which is a little bit strange. Can we check out MU maybe on the book map? Sure, I'll do both. Let's look at it off the book map, and while we do that, we'll let it load up on the book map real quick. While it loads the data, we'll check it out here on the daily. MU tried to break out. Started coming back a little bit on May 30th. There was actually a play with the big money. Got some puts at the 100 strike, which is pretty interesting. I'll be real with you guys. If you guys are looking at the MU play at the 100 strike, personally, I think that they shorted that, but maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe it'll end up, you know, running down there, but I think that they probably shorted those MU puts. It was a lot of money in there, though. I gotta give it that. That would be a pretty crazy one, but let's go to the book map real quick. Oh, wow. Pretty weird looking on MU today on the book map. Look at all these buyers flinging in here under 130. So once 130 broke, buyers are starting to stack up there. Same thing at 129, like 75 or 129.80, like right around there. Interesting. That's a good sign usually for bulls, so maybe this will be a good dip buy opportunity today, low key. Wrapped around my legs for some support. Hell yeah, I'll be making quite the fashion statement, Tamir. Made a little money on MU yesterday, gave it back this morning after an early exit. Dang. Feel that, Nippy? It's not looking bad intraday, though. These buyers keep coming in under here. It's weird. I think the buyer that was at 130 moved their position up to 130.30. It's hard to say because look at how they didn't close the position, but they took that order away right there, and another one popped in a little higher, almost the same. CM's looking for DraftKings on the book map for sure. I do want to go over DraftKings on the daily, though, because I do like it quite a bit on the daily for a little recovery here. It's been coming up pretty nice off of the low around 34.50 to 35, and that's a pretty good recovery move. All right, let's look at it on Bookmap, though. I'm going to have to close some of these guys. We got too many open. I don't even know what those are, Demir. I got to look that up. Oh my gosh. That looks wild, Demir. That looks like something people would have done in like the 1800s or something. Interesting. I see what you're saying now, though. Oh, it was like a World War I thing? No way. The Marines used to do that? That's pretty wild. All right, DraftKings on the book map. Whoa, look at those supports down here around 34, 33, 32. $40 major resistance, 38 is minor coming up, but whoa, look at the $50 stack on DraftKings. 395,000 shares at $50. That just wipes all the other ones out of the water that are coming up. I would say not too much useful information on the book map for DraftKings right now. Besides looking at 50 and then maybe 38 and 40, but if we could get to 38 today, that'd be fairly good. I used to walk around because they look cool to walk with. What you thinking on Chewy? Small Town Pyro said, I've actually really been liking Chewy a lot in the short term. The daily looks awesome with Chewy. I'll say this, in the short term, it might be getting a little bit overextended, but just keep watching the resistance up around 25. That's going to be the first major level to test. I don't think that we'll have just a clear break of 25. I think that we'll see a little bit of chop once we get there, but 25 is definitely a good target coming up. 2370 is another good one, but I think 25 is definitely more major and we could get there. If you're wondering why I have 2370, it was pretty much the lower level of the range from back in January, actually. I'd say 2350 to 2370. Nippy says, you're trading automated, or have you stopped trading and transitioned into coaching? Well, if you're just coaching and not trading, that seems a little weird to me. But there's always trades going on in the background, Nippy. For sure. You know, we do a lot more advanced trades, as in, like, working a lot of spreads. Personally, I'm not a big spread guy, but I do turn some plays into spreads normally. But I end up just doing a lot of shorting options. You know, you really can't go wrong with that. It's a nice, easy, consistent, smart way to go about trading, in my opinion. You know, like a lot of like weekly plays, like where I sell options on, like, for example, I sell a lot of covered calls on shares I already have, selling lots of puts on stocks that are low. Like Chewy's been a great one lately, but now that it's high, not the best now, but you know, selling them while it was low was one of the most consistent things I could have done. It was awesome. Chewy made me 105 today, Savage said. Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's definitely not automated, though, Nippy. Definitely not automated. Yeah, it's awesome, Nippy. I will say this, though. It's not for the smaller accounts out there. Now, I'm not saying you have a small account. I don't know, you know, so I'm just warning people, you know, to truly do that the right way. I would say you need like 5 to 10 grand to start. You could probably get away with it with around 3 grand, but I don't think that you'll see the gains that you want soon enough in that sense. But I would say once you get a decent sized account going and everything, that's a good way to go. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Nippy. You need the capital to cover those shares. So, like, if you sell a put, you need the capital to cover 100 shares at that strike. So, like, let's say you're selling the Chewy 20 strike put. You're going to need 2 grand to cover that. 100 shares times 20. 2 grand. If it was $200, you need 20 grand. So, you know, it gets a lot more expensive as the stock goes up in price. That's going to make it a lot more fun for NVIDIA once it splits, I'll tell you. Savage said, my Palantir cash secure put makes me so happy. Exactly, Savage. The CSP strategies are some of the best ones out there. If you guys are interested in those, make sure you're definitely checking out the Discord. We actually do have an advanced options course that Mike spent a ton of time on. He spent like 6 months or more making this course. There's like, I think 25 plus hours or something like that of content of Mike going over a lot of the more advanced strategies that he uses. And I use a lot of those as well. It's a really good, really good course, but it's the advanced options course. It is a little bit expensive, but obviously it's for people with larger accounts, and it is definitely worth the money on that one. So see if I can get a link here really fast. There we go. Here's a link for it. If you guys want a deal or something on it, shoot me a private message. I could get you one. Don't worry about that. But it is badass. And the cool thing about the advanced options course, which you guys might like quite a bit, and this is the really cool factor about the advanced options course, and a lot of people don't know this, is that whenever you're doing the advanced options course, you actually get unlimited access to asking Mike questions about the strategies or about how to set up a trade or etc. And you can do it one-to-one through email with them and other ways like that. So that's one of the cool things about the advanced options course that a lot of people don't know. And Michael answered those in a very, very good way, too. I'm up 8%, which equates to $260, Savage said. Nice. That's nice. On Palantir. When do your cash secured puts expire, Savage? I'm curious. Sam said any SM bot plays so far. The last one that I saw that was looking pretty hot was Apple, but Apple started turning around a little bit now. Adobe calls are on the bot at the moment. It actually looks pretty good intraday. The problem is now, you know, we're getting to that time of the day, unfortunately, where we're already almost like an hour and a half into the market. Yeah, exactly like Randy said. You want to trade multi-leggers, I would definitely look into that. Demir said AMD looks pretty good. It actually does look fire. I'm surprised the SM bot's not calling out AMD. It was, but it stopped. Guess because it slowed down for a minute there, but it'll probably... Yeah, there it is. Now it's right back there. I was going to say, it's going to be back on there. Don't worry. On this next one. You're right, though. AMD looks pretty fire. It's not even up to its average percent rise. So if you're looking for some momentum, maybe look at AMD, but just watch out. 170 coming up is a pretty big resistance on AMD. So maybe target that if you're looking to get in. Yeah, 170 is pretty stiff. There's also some sellers stacked around 169.50, just to be aware of. But on this one, it would be just a momentum chaser. Personally, not one that I like too much here. But if you're a momentum trader and you're trying to get in and out really quick, might not be bad up into that 170 area. Switching over to Uber, big resistance here around like 68.30, 68.40. That one's on the SM bot as well, which is why I brought it up. And of course, AMD is now all over the SM bot with these good candles happening. They expire 01/2026 or whenever Palantir is 30 a share. Wait, why'd you say, Savage, or whenever Palantir hits 30 a share? Are you going to sell out when it hits 30? Because it won't auto sell you out at 30. I hope you realize that, Savage. You'll have to actually hold that put until the expiration to actually get the shares. Unless you exercise early or get exercised on. Cost 9K and netted me 3K in premium. Nice, Savage. Selling puts on TSLL. I also got some for Tesla for next Friday. Whoa. Trying to short Tessie, huh? I actually like that. I think that's pretty good to do in the short term here with Tessie. I don't like the way it's setting up and consolidating on this range. I could see it breaking down under 173. Had to grab a drink real quick. Yeah, or get close enough to the target ROI and get out. That's probably what'll happen, hopefully, for you, Savage, right? Yeah, you're doing a nice long-term one, Savage, all the way out to January of 26. I usually like to keep them around like a week to like a month on those ones. Maybe 2 to 3. I don't usually go too far, but either way, it's still a great strategy, Savage. So I'm not trying to, you know, hit on the play or anything. Still a great strategy. I usually go shorter, but nice one. Yeah, Tessie is definitely bouncing. It's off the bottom of the range here. I want to see a good breakdown through, though. It's been sitting here for so long. I mean, I would think it would happen soon. Tesla has been the definition of chop over the past month, honestly. Oh, that's badass, Savage. Cleared about 2K on CSPs in May. Nice. I bet a lot of people wish that they were making $2 grand a month on options, especially selling options. Those strategies are awesome, guys. Definitely look into them. Takes a little bit of capital, but what doesn't anymore, right? It's better to get more capital and go for the safer stuff than to, like, you know, try to go all out and end up blowing up, you know? Every man's dream, Demir said. Oops, I didn't mean to put forward in the chat. Here we go, F. Nothing too crazy on the chart again. General Motors. Go to the banks today. Bank of America. Starting to turn over a little bit at the high, or just consolidate a lot. Let's see, Citigroup. Not too bad either. But Demir, if you're doing that on just cash secure puts, and just that alone, it's like such a good supplemental income. Like Demir, you could actually use that income from those cash secure puts. Now, not right away, but like, let's say you're getting, now you're in California, but like, let's say you're doing $2 grand a month. I mean, around here, you could be using that to fund a rental property, you know, or all types of stuff, you know. You could use that income for sure on the side to make more money too. But that was just from the cash secure puts alone. So that's like a nice extra 2K a month, right? Palantir headed towards high of the day. Let's see, PLTR. And I'll tell you what, if you do sit, well, I'm not trying to like say anything about you, Demir, obviously, but like, let's say that you're looking at like, let's say $2 grand a month on cash secure puts over the course of a year. How much is that? That's 24 grand. I highly doubt a lot of people out there are making 24 grand a year trading. Many people, like I would say 95% of people in the chat don't do that. And we already know that. We already know those stats. Yeah, Demir said the rent's $2,100 a month. Exactly, Demir. Yeah, I mean, it would definitely suck for living there, you know. But either way, though, that'd still be a nice chunk of change on the side for nice safe plays. And then, you know, imagine over the course of a year, your account grows by 24 grand. And then, you know, now the next year, instead of making 2 grand on them, you're making 3 grand. And then it just scales up from there, right? It's not an easy game to get going right away. You know, everybody's always like, oh man, it doesn't seem like a lot, but you know, let it grow, let it compound, and then you start seeing more and more and more over the course of like 3 to 5 years. You know, I've been in this for like 8 years now, so, you know, it's a little bit easier to say, I guess, because I've seen that growth, you know, and it's happened a lot over the years. But I know for a lot of people, though, it's hard to get out of the beginning mindset. I'm still trying to make 0 per month, Steve said. That's funny, Steve. It's probably real, but funny either way. Luckily, my rent's $1,400. Oh, that's good, Demir. Yeah, rent is so dumb now. A shitty apartment by me is like $1,400 too. It's terrible. Like $1,200. The good news is, though, Demir, that's kind of... You should move to Missouri, Demir. You could actually buy a house for that much a month. Now, granted, rent is that much a month, too, here, but, like, you know, $1,400 or $1,500, you could get, like, a decent house. I'm not going to say it's going to be great, but, you know, maybe, like, 1,200 to 1,500 square foot. You know, with like a basement and stuff. Y'all get tornadoes out there? Yeah. Yeah, we do. We do. We actually just had one. One hit like, I'd say 5 to 10 miles from my house just a couple weeks ago. And I thought people were bullshitting online. They were like, oh, I just drove through a tornado. And I'm like, bullshit, you didn't drive through the tornado. And then I see on the news, I'm like, holy shit, there literally was a tornado in that exact spot they said. Like, I was like, wow, okay. Maybe they were right. I will say, though, not a lot of damage or anything. Yeah, it definitely does, Demir. Yeah, yeah, you're looking at a lot more after everything's said and done. That tourney I played in, we had to get off the golf course, and literally 5 minutes later, a tornado went by. Holy crap, Sean. I saw a video of a tornado at a golf course on the Instagram or something the other day, and it looked wild. I was like, wow. They were standing like right next to it, and then they're all like, yep, let's go inside. I was like, damn, I would have been inside a long time ago if I saw that thing 10 feet away. Oh, that's good. The practice round. That's good to hear. Check out some of the Mag 7 stocks today. Goog and Google. I'll say this. These stocks are holding up very well today. And they're sitting up around their highs of the day, and it's looking pretty good here in the short term. Goog's not bad. It's almost forming like a bit of like a wedge or a flag type of pattern. That's how I feel about naked calls and puts. I try to call out on my own. Savage. Go to Boeing here. Bring up the SM bot. Boeing selling off a little bit. All right, SM bot has PayPal calls. That could be a fun stock today. It was pretty good earlier. Continuing on a nice secondary leg to the upside. Up to 66.50 now. Come on, PayPal. See Square. I usually like to look at Square and PayPal at the same time. They're usually doing pretty much the same thing. Not always, but, you know, fairly often. Pretty good move on Square, though, too. Looking at Square on the daily, it's been dipping quite a bit. Right off of support, too, so not bad in the short term. There is resistance right around 66.25, but overall, awesome movement by Square. It might have to be one that gets kept on the radar for tomorrow, but I'm still going to watch this resistance close today. Like, if it starts to truly rip, it could be a fun one. Be a little careful with it, though. The SM bot's starting to heat up a little bit. We got Netflix going crazy on here as it's starting to extend out above its high of day. Like I said, a lot of these stocks are starting to get decent extensions out. I would bet SPY is starting to come up a little too. No, it's actually not. Obviously not all stocks are, but there's quite a few that are at that high of day that are continuing to push. Yeah, Adobe's on the bot too. I did see that one. Costco now on the bot. For calls, of course. 848.30. Running up in a huge way. Look at the daily on Costco, yeah. That's pretty nuts. I almost said Coinbase. Pretty good movement, though, by Costco. You got to give it to them. This company has definitely been one of the better ones over the past few years. The way that they were breaking out was just insane over the past year to year and a half. That is just wild. It almost looks like Nvidia on the chart. Not quite as crazy, but I mean, honestly, not too far off. Coinbase is doing well too, Demir said. Yeah, not bad by Coin either. Let's check on Bitcoin itself. BTC USD. Trying to climb a little bit today. It would be nice to see a good breakout there, like 71,600, 71,700. Yeah, I feel you there, Demir. I wouldn't be entering this high either on Costco. I'm with you. Wow, Robinhood came all the way back and is now at the top of the watch list again and almost breaking out to make a new high of the day. Chewy's in like 4th place on the watch list. You know what else is starting to move a little bit is Zoom. There we go, Zoom coming back a little bit. That's nice to see. CM says, I love Costco and I need to go later. I need to go too. I am going to be making a little trip later today. I have to go to the Bass Pro. I'm going to the Lake of the Ozarks this weekend to my sister's place and going to be fishing and stuff a little bit. They just got a boat too, which is pretty cool. A nice crown line boat. Nothing too crazy on the boat. You know, it's not like it's like $1 million or nothing, but decent boat. I think it's like 30 foot, 35 feet, maybe 34 feet. Definitely a nice one, though. Here's what it looks like. It's pretty cool. Looks something like that. Except it's red. Gotta love boats like that. Boats are a pain in the ass to maintain, though. I will say that. Huge pain in the ass. Yeah, Sam, there's a lot of like yachts at the Lake of the Ozarks. Holy shit. They need to like ban certain size boats on the water there because it makes it so choppy. You can't even do anything. I see some boats getting like messed up. Savage, this is so funny that you actually brought that up. Savage says, stay away from the blue-green vacation people. It's a timeshare company at Bass Pro. That is funny as hell, Savage. Me and my girlfriend actually signed up for one of those through that exact thing, like about like a year and a half ago, Savage. And it was some bullshit where like you pay like $150, but then they give you like a $100 Bass Pro card up front, and then whenever you book it and actually go to it, they'll give you like another $100. So like they actually pay for your they end up paying you back, which is so weird. But I ended up not even going to it, which is funny. I was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's get out of the house a little bit, go to Branson or something, right? And then I was like, yeah, I don't want to get talked into a timeshare or anything. It sounds stupid. Boat equals bring another 1,000. Yes, sir, Savage. Anytime the boat needs anything, just whip out a couple grand, right? Back in the early 2000s, my GF and I used to scam the timeshare companies about once a month. Damn, that's awesome, Tangy. How do you do that? Were you guys like just going there and then telling them no or something? That's what I would have done. Oh, Savage goes, that's why I was in Myrtle Beach. I hope you end up finding a place there, Savage. I think you said you were looking for one, right? For like retirement? That'd be sick. Yeah, like Tangy said, just say no. All right, Nancy Reagan. Just say no. More like just say yes. No, I'm kidding. Let's go back to the spy. What are we looking at here? A lot of chop on the spy today, I'll tell you. It's been very lackluster on the SPY and the QQQ. These individual stocks are definitely where the opportunity has been today. PayPal Square. There we go, Square. Continuing. Square's actually breaking out above like 66.20. Decent little break. Definitely not too bad. SPY rejecting down around 535.20. That's a pretty good rejection there. All right, switch over to Coinbase again and the airlines. All over the watch list here. Man, Palantir just keeps coming back alive. It's trying to get that new high of day. If it could break 2360 here, be awesome. I know a lot of you guys hold Palantir for the long term, and a lot of people like to play it in the short term too, so keep your eyes on that 2360 for a breakout. When they took me to the back room to sell me a $50,000 timeshare, I said, look, before we waste any time, I'm poor. That's awesome, Savage. I should go on the vacation and say that. It's so funny because I still actually have it. Like, That's the funniest thing about it. They actually still tell me to, like, I get emails and it's like, come use your vacation. I'm like, no. Over 12,000 in volume buyers on coin. 12,000? Are you looking at like a unusual options? Are you looking at any like options activity? Or are you just looking at like 12,000 stock volume? It's only good for a year, Savage said. Oh, that's what they must have been emailing me then saying that it was gonna like end soon or something. Interesting on here. I'm gonna sign in and see what it says real quick. I'm curious. Apparently, I still have to pay him 99 bucks, but I'm obviously not adding my card onto the website. That's for sure. Yeah, that's funny. They're still letting me use it. Oh, it actually expired May 14th, it said. Never mind. That's weird that they have that on there, but it still shows it, but it's expired, so that's weird. Robinhood's buying the crypto exchange Bitstamp for $200 million. Oh, shit. No, I did not hear that, Steven. Really? I mean, that must explain why Hood's popping off as much as it was earlier. And why it's almost back to breaking out again. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Savage. That's what I was doing, too. I was trying to go to that presentation real early, but I ended up just saying, fuck it, I don't even want to deal with it. They stole my money. I actually did get a $75 Bass Pro card back, so that was cool, but I guess not that cool. Kind of dumb, actually. Yeah, Hood, that's been a pretty good move, though, today. Definitely like to see that. But, all right, guys, we'll probably call the stream here. Really appreciate everybody for joining up this morning. It's been badass. A lot of good moves out of some of these smaller stocks, and maybe not small, but, you know, like Square and Palantir and a couple others like that, rather than being necessarily like SPY making new highs or anything in that way. I got free fries from Mickey D's yesterday. Hey, there you go, Demir. Get those fries. Let's see, MCD. I might have to pick some up today. I'm starving already. It's been great. See you later, Adventure. And of course, thank you all the lurkers out there too, for throwing us on in the background. We did hit 33 likes today, which isn't too bad. So appreciate you guys for liking it up. It really helps. And of course, Savage or I Am Serve, thank you for the 20 bucks, of course. Greatly appreciate that. I'll have to go get some buy one, get one for $1 with it. That's awesome, though. I'll have to tell Mike to give me some of that for the shoe fund. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Yeah, it's been a real adventure. Have a great one. Tomorrow's the last day of the week. You know, make trading count the rest of the day today. And, of course, make tomorrow count. Get nice and rested up over the weekend. And let's come back nice and strong here. We are going to have a short week soon. Is it next week? No. Let me see something here. Juneteenth, Wednesday, June 19th. So, okay, 2 weeks away. Wednesday, June 19th, the market will be closed. Just want people to be aware of that. Of course, tomorrow we'll talk about a lot of the events for the next week. We'll look at the economic calendar and the earnings calendar as well. But let's go, guys. See ya. Have a good one, Savage. And of course, everybody.